Hello, this is Liz with Crafty Devotion. Welcome to my craft room. I hope that you are enjoying these videos. If you are inspired at all, please take the time to comment or share these videos on your social media sites. Some extra pieces of laces. I got a little piece of vintage lace that I have. This is some seam binding that I had tea dyed before. So do you have strips like this? Do you have them in white and you want to keep that color theme of the tea dye, the wild coffee, or tea dye them? It's not that difficult to do that. Then I still have some strips of this. I want to make something to hang, a tassel type thing to hang from the bottom of this. See, and I'm going to add all the same fabrics, all the different fabrics. I think I might get some beads too. So so this is what I'm thinking, and I'm still gonna leave this hanging down. Now, what will I put here? I'm not sure. Maybe I can put, it'll come to me. That's how I design. I start, and then after I finish this part, if I don't like this part, I can change it. Nobody says you have to keep it that way. You can experiment. Now, I have another fabric I'm thinking of using, and it will bring in a little bit of more of a lighter white. I have this fabric on my D-stash, in my D-stash kit. I found quite a bit of this. It's like a ruffle fabric, and I think it's beautiful, so I think I'm going to cut this up and also add that to what's hanging down, because I love the ruffle look on it. These are going to be beautiful tassels. In fact, this flower makes a beautiful flower. I showed them to you in the actual D-stash video. So here I go. So I'm thinking of putting a couple of these on here with some laces. I have these vintage laces. But the other thing, so now I'm going to show you my next step. So these I'm just have ready. I'm going to set all this aside because I'm not going to put them on now. I have a vintage piece that my sister brought me. It's actually an old curtain. You can see a hole in it. But I love the color of it. These are all beautiful laces. So I'm going to actually use strips of some of this, and I decided I want to add it to my heart. It kind of has a little shimmery look to it, and it has an end here. It's about 2 feet long, wide, and it has another end on this side. When I cut these types of things, I cut this, and I want to show you how I cut it. Because I think that I might be able to use this if I want to make a flower. See how pretty the flower comes out by sewing it. See that? I cut it first about the width of what I think the flower might be, and I just cut it this way first, and then I did that to the other side, you see, and then I cut the center out. So this piece here is my center. See that? Now this is beautiful because if you wanted, you can cut some of these out and use them on your projects. And you could use it on this project actually. I really like this leaf design, so when I'm done, I could actually give myself let me show you. I can actually, if I want, cut it out and put it like this and have a leaf design on there. That's inexpensive using a piece of fabric. I'm not buying applique, it's fabric, it's just lace, it's just inexpensive lace. I want to show you the same thing with this curtain I just showed you. This curtain, I'm always showing you ways to save money. It has an edge. You might be able to use that edge for something, I don't know. But then it has design. See, it has a design here with the big flower. And then the center part gets like swirly and thin. So I want to use the center part because I love the vintage look of it. I might be able to use this for something. I don't know if I will or not, but I'm frugal that way. I leave things a certain way, and then I may use it that way, I may not. But since I see a hole right here, I'm going to cut a piece from the hole. And I always test stuff. I'm going to test to see. Look how easy it tears. This is how vintage it is. Okay, now I wanted to save this edge, and look, I went too high. So I'm going to cut this way. The roses are about there. I'm going to cut this way and cut myself a strip of this stuff. This is tattered. Shabby Chic is using, you can use all kinds of things, or you can use new things, and I'm actually gonna put some new things on this. So let's see about how long it is, because I do want it to be similar to the lengths of the fabrics, which we've been using like 18 inches or so. So I'll probably cut it 18 inches. Oh, that's about right, about 18 inches. It's a little longer, which is okay. So testing tearing. I want the tattered look, so I like the tearing. Okay, so I cut a little strip out. I don't know how wide that is, but about 5 or 6 inches, and I don't know, about 18 inches long. And I may need to cut more, but I'm going to make, again, my own strips of ribbon. Now, this tattered look, because I know how fragile this is, I'm going to make it pretty wide. I made it probably 2 inches wide, and there we go. I can always cut it down to 1 inch if I want. So this can go at the bottom, but instead I actually am cutting these because I'm going to show you something I was thinking of doing. So I have the tattered one, I have this beige one, and then I have this cream one that I showed you. The cream one is stretchy. This is not either. And I did have a piece of pink. Okay, so I have one piece of all these colors, and I'm going to experiment. Then I'm going to put, next I'm going to put the stretchy one. And these I'm going to put them, I decided I was going to put them right in between both beiges. And I'm just going to knot them. You can do the lark's head if you want, but I decided I wasn't. At least now, I may change my mind. Okay, I'm going to do that. I'm going to knot it like that. And then I'm experimenting. I'm trying to decide, do I want to try this or not? Do I like the look of it? So I'll put another one over here. And these are all different fabrics. So I'm trying to make a decision if I really want to do this. And if I do want to do this, what colors? What colors do I want to use, huh? So can you see how it gives that the tea dye a little bit? And this type of fabric, you can get it a lot less expensive than actually buying an entire trim. This is the one we cut earlier. And this will give, my experimenting will give me an idea of what look I really want. I can use all of these colors, or I can use one of them, or I can say, oh, that one just doesn't go. And this is what I was thinking of doing, is adding them on top like this. Now, when I was looking at this, let me turn this way so you can kind of see it. When I was looking at this one right here, I like the way it hangs, but I'm not sure. I'm just not sure about it. So I'll make some decisions if I like the look or not. So usually what I'll do is I'll put them on, and then I'll close my eyes, and then I'll hold them up in the air, and I'll look at them and say, ooh, do I like this or don't I like it? What do you think? Do you like it? When I look at it, this has a little bit of a shiny look to it, and that makes me think that it doesn't look as vintage. But I don't know, I may go pink. This one right here hangs a lot. Do I want it to hang a lot? I don't think I do. I think I want it to be further up. Oops, I had one more I needed to put on there. I had this beige one. also. Let's put it on the side here. I'll put it over, yeah, over the one I showed you. You could use. And so as I looked at this, oops, I can see that this is a little stiffer fabric. It doesn't hang like this one. Sometimes you want it to hang, sometimes you don't. And for me, I think I'm going to use this one and this one because that's the look I want. So next you'll see my finished, the way I added the laces on. I'll just do that all the way around, I think. I'm not 100% sure. But this is how I design. I look, I try. It can always be changed. I can still change this bottom if I'm at the end and I'm like, ooh, that looks terrible. So, because I'll put this up and hang it and I'll look at what it looks like and I'll say, I like that. So if you have fabric like this, you can add that just like I am. Or you can leave it. Look how beautiful. This is beautiful. It doesn't need more. It's beautiful. But if you have it, you can do this. Add more. And I'm gonna add a few more things in this. And so far this is what I have. Isn't that lovely? I'm gonna kind of give you a measurement of what my finished size, how much larger it is. It's closer to 11 inches now. So you measure from here to here. I won't measure that one sticking up, but yep, it's about 11 and a half inches all the way around. Now, I did want to show you this part. I showed you how I put the knots on, and I finished putting on all the knots. But now I decided that, okay, I have this thing hanging down. Now I'm going to I said, you know what, now that I have all this lace here, I think I need some here. So I cut myself a long piece. I don't know. It's about 23 inches or so. I don't measure my things. I kind of, well, sometimes I do, but I cut it. And what I decided is I want it to be very similar length to those, but I also wanted some shorter. So I decided to attach it this way, is make the length, and then this part here, this part, I'm just going to attach it the same way. And this part's shorter, and that part longer. See, so it gave me two lengths of lace going down. Here's another piece. If you want to know how thick, how wide, I think that's about a 1-inch strip. Okay, so this style is not about perfection and every single piece being the same. Not lovely. Now I also cut myself a long strip, I thought. Here it is. Yep. A couple of long strips of this other lace. Leaning towards, this may end up being where we put the flower down here on the edge. It may not, maybe not, I don't know yet. It looks like I need to me, I need to do something else to the flower, add some lace to it somehow, or make another one. But look how lovely that looks. But that is adding lace to the back. Maybe what I should do is add, like take these and knot them, and then attach them all to the back, or all the way around here. That just might be what I'm going to do. I think that will give it that messy look and concentrate it all out and combine in the, I might cut them smaller. I mean, although that's a nice hang. I don't know, haven't decided. So I'm going to experiment a little bit and then I'll come back with the decisions what I decided to do.